Two skeletons, both armored.
So skeletons ride skeletal horses, right?
I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet, but they ride spiders.
They ride spiders, that's for certain. I've seen that. Skeletal horses are just new and confusing and
well, when I saw them the one time that I saw them in that Let's Play, they were they were being ridden by skeletons, and it made them actually much more difficult to kill.
I don't like this. Have anyone else experienced like an invisible block you can't walk past?
Occasionally.
That's not my favorite.
Why don't I have a shot? Oh, because I couldn't find a thing. Yeah, that's why. I was looking for diamond earlier.
And to my left is the Rich's Rugs Jihad Center. He has declared jihad on the world of non-carpeting.
Uncovered Earth. That would be in reality, the worst ad campaign you could probably run ever.
I don't know.
So should that go on the shirt then?
Get your Trump supporters out there might be down for it.
No, but that's brand's way too Muslim.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they do like their rugs over there.
That's true.
Yes.
That's Persians. Wait a minute. Are you saying you can't tell those people apart, Tony? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that
the kneeling, the prayer they do.
Oh, okay.
Prayer rugs.
It kind of it reminds me of the podcast movie we had coming. Well, it came out last week. For when you guys are hearing this, but the movie Look Who's Back. That movie's fantastic.
It was so good.
When was that? Oh, you guys watched that?
Yeah, it's the Hitler one.
When did you watch that?
I watched it this morning.
Oh, okay. I see.
I watched it before Al did for once.
It's on Netflix.
Ah, that was the one. Right.
Yeah, he recommended it, and I gotta say, solid recommendation, Tony.
It's there's going to be so much to talk about with that one. We don't want to do the podcast before the podcast.
Man,
but if you guys haven't listened to the podcast yet, you need to look up Look Who's Back. It's a German movie about Hitler basically waking up in a park in modern day and all the interesting, funny, and kind of creepy things that happen.
Like you start out laughing, and by the end you're like, oh my gosh, man, this Hitler guy. Yeah, I don't know if I like him anymore.
The truth is told. Is it one of those fluff
for
pieces
real,
about
though.
Hitler?
You're on board with him to start the movie out because, you know, he's kind of funny, and you're like, yeah, this guy, you know, and then like by the end, it really says a lot about politics and people, and it's just good. It's so good. The dog, that I think I laughed the hardest at that dog that I've ever.
No, like seriously, the dog thing. Like I had to stop the movie.
So good.
Just
when
like
it
stopped.
first happened, or like the callback in the car.
The callback in the car,
guys. Shh.
Like there have been so many times, and I can't even say what they said. Yes.
Well,
anyway.
that podcast has already come out though, so it's okay.
Not for me.
We're not making it just for you, Joe.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
It's a secret.
Anyway.
I mean, he does have that producer credit, so we are kind of making it.
Well, yes, not in the. That's a different sense of the word for. But,
however, we also want to offer varied content on the Dirt Block.
I just really want to recommend people go watch that movie. That's all I'm saying.
Apparently.
It's incredible and funny and
out of nowhere too. Like
to check out Look Who's Talking.
As is tradition during the Dirt Block, my dad is calling me. Sorry, Dad.
Every time we record. Every time I feel worse and worse about my relationship with my own father, which is fine. We have a fine relationship, but he doesn't call me that often.
Oh, the cat's
I think this is just like his Friday afternoon habit.
The little boy blue and the man in the moon.
Doesn't he get sick of you not answering? No, he does not, is the answer. Because he's your father and he loves you.
Yeah, because he knows that I'll call him back in an hour.
You know we'll have a good time then.
He actually is like, I'm proud of you. You're working hard, son. Like, I'm making videos. I'm playing video games. I'm not working that hard, but it's fun. Damn it.
Hard work comes later when I try to make everything be silent that isn't talking.
And
not make all the voices sound like Kermit the Frog. It's a struggle.
I kind of sound like Kermit the Frog anyway. I think maybe you're trying to correct what's natural.
It's not natural. Ain't nothing natural about that boy.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Well, you do kind of sound like him.
Kind of nasally.
Now I'm
Getting
kind
worse
of
as I get
imagining if you have like some of those weird quirks he has in that Muppet show, like whenever he's holding his coffee and just shaking.
I do that. I actually still have not watched the new one. That'd probably be a
I
summer
enjoy
thing.
that show.
Yeah, well, the Muppets are just awesome anyway.
They have a slightly more adult version that's still not like too adult.
Yeah, I can watch
it's
it
a lot
with
of
my
fun.
kids. I mean, it's just
Well, because if you can do the jokes right, they can fly over the kids' heads.
look at this.
Oh,
What is this? Wait a minute. This is like a farm
Al
or
found your
something.
construction.
I was gonna start digging up this
I'm watching
dirt.
Al run around
And
on the. No, that's that's not naturally formed, Albert. Actually, you cannot have that dirt. I'm watching you run around on it too. It's pretty fun.
Where you at? You on the dirt block?
I'm on the dirt block.
Hi.
Ah, stuck. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Can I hit it? Can I get you with an
I
arrow?
should.
You can try.
Oh, not far
Pretty
enough.
close.
Uh,
Can I get you with an arrow?
boom.
Does elevation?
Oh, almost.
Whoa, that was close.
Did I get close to you?
Yeah. Did I get
Nice.
close to you?
I don't want to hit you actually, and I don't want to get hit. So, oh, I said I don't want to get hit. Dag nabbit.
That was it was in the air when you said that.
Oh wow, that's some
Maybe check
some
the tape.
traveling time right there. I can review
I
that
might be
tape,
lying.
by the
I
way.
can't remember.
All right, I'm over
know.
here. I'm gonna dig dirt over here.
Just something- I don't know. I find the Minecraft from a distance. I always chuckle when I see people doing things. There's something funny about the graphics of Minecraft and people running around.
You don't say.
When you're on that thing,
Something compelling about the
When you were
one of
on
the
that-
best-selling video games of all time?
that doesn't necessarily mean it's funny looking. Like,
No, it does.
well, I guess maybe it does. You've cracked it. That's what video gaming is all about now.
Yeah.
Or always. Pong was
I mean,
hilarious.
you
looking.
guys have seen those like Gang Beasts Let's Plays.
No, I haven't.
I'm so mad that doesn't have a multiplayer function online. You have to be in the same room.
What's a gang beast?
Otherwise, we have already done that. Gang Beasts is awesome.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
what
what it
is
It's
it?
basically these like putty guys wrestling and hitting each other and throwing each other into like fan blades and grinders and stuff.
Oh, it's
funny.
well, I thought it was a Minecraft thing. It's not a Minecraft thing.
No, we were talking about
we
the
need
way
redstone
like funny
and-
things look.
No,
And
I just thought it
it's
was like a
these,
mod or like
amorphous
a
blob
mode
people.
of gaming or something, and then you mentioned fans, and I was like, well, that's not possible.
I'm like a fan.
Can't have fans of Minecraft.
I go on some Minecraft channels and I'm just like, I don't know what game this is. And then I'm like, oh, that part there looked vaguely like Minecraft. Like there was, I don't know, people were playing a game where they had to stomp ants before like a rabbit hatched out of an egg, and I was just like, this is. Hi. I was just going on to comment, but it was just odd. Mods can get pretty extensive in this game.
Man, the stupid snow.
Yeah.
It's on top of this dirt that I'm mining, and like, so I keep digging up snowballs.
Mm-hmm.
So expect to get hit with some snowballs in a little bit.
Awesome.
Do they do damage?
I'll look forward to that. We have had this conversation, but I don't know if we ever came to a consensus.
Well, somebody stand still, and I'll pelt them with them in a little bit.
I think we
You
did
can
that. and then I
eventually kill
still-
chickens with a snowball.
Speaking
I don't
of,
think it's extent a lot.
I got a chicken. That's good.
Actually, you can also kill chickens.
Wait, let's
with
experiment
eggs.
with this.
You
Where'd
gonna
he
kill
go?
chickens?
Where'd he go? I just made a chicken.
But you can only you usually
Where'd you
can only
go?
kill the little
There he is.
chickens.
What? Do they have less hit points than the big chicken?
Dag nabbit.
I know the
like
baby
anytime
animals.
I've-
Stop running away! I'm trying to kill you. It's for science.
Run, chicken, run.
It's not. It's not.
I know none of the babies drop anything. Because he didn't want people feeling compelled to kill baby animals.
He who.
I only do that when they're kittens.
God. Not. Jesus.
Their ears
Well,
drop.
maybe Microsoft has changed. And then his ears fell off.
Minecraft's like, yes! Finally, we can implement the baby animal
death.
killing picture we always wanted to make.
Secretly, Bill Gates' son has been like, man, I wish I could kill baby animals in this game.
What does Bill Gates have a son?
I have no idea.
He has a son and a daughter, I'm pretty sure. And he's only gonna like leave them a little bit of money. They have to earn their own
A
fortunes.
little bit's probably
By a
like
little
a
bit,
million
though,
and
I
a half
have-
or something.
I think it's like 5 million.
Probably
Yeah.
enough that if they wanted
It's like
to
Donald
live
Trump.
a
It's the whole.
simple life for the rest of their lives without doing any work, they could.
It's like Donald Trump, a small loan of $1 million.
I mean, that isn't.
When did you say that?
He was talking about how his dad loaned him he's a self-made man, and his dad only loaned him $1 million to get started.
There's business circles where that is. I mean, that's not beyond the pale of like being a small loan.
Yeah, especially with real estate, that's pretty small.
Yep.
But
I don't know that
it does help to have $1 million to get started.
Yes.
nobody's knocking that either. So mine, daggum, stupid snowballs. I'm trying to mine out underneath
snowballs?
the snow and break it, but it keeps making snowballs.
It isn't even raining where I am. Oh, you're in a snow biome now. That's
I ran to the end of the road, or whatever the giant deck is.
If we can jump off onto that safely. I never jump off that direction.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't even know what's over there.
I was just trying to get to some dirt that wasn't like impossible to get
if
to.
you turn left out of the dirt block, there's really quite a bit of dirt over there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
who
over
wants
on the
to do that?
mountainside.
I know, that's where I
Go
got
across?
killed like 8 times in the last Let's Play.
Left, not by the pyramids.
No, I went left. That's where I got killed.
Oh,
I got, well,
well,
okay,
I mean, it's
so
still
8 times.
danger. It is still Minecraft. You don't go turn
there
into
was like a
dirt
skeleton, and I
craft.
ran away, and there was another skeleton, and I jumped into a pit, and there was a skeleton down there, and I just died.
I mean, I got killed by an Enderman, but there is dirt there. I don't understand. These aren't exclusively mutual.
Also, I hadn't gotten to the dirt by the time that happened either. I was still trying to get to the dirt as I was falling and being shot to my death. So, yeah. I don't buy your,
This
like, it's right over
dirt
there
block
to the
of a-
left.
It is right over
This
there.
dirt block really needs some lava traps for Al. That would just finish this off.
Do you think we can jump off of this onto the road safe? Oh, it's not that close. Never mind. The answer is no.
Off of what?
But maybe I'm gonna put some hay bales down so we can easily jump.
If you jump into spider silk, does that catch you?
Maybe?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
And he says yes, emphatically. Pretty sure, he says.
That'd be interesting. To
Yeah,
have like a
pretty sure.
Spider silk thing.
I'm really tempted to do this. I think I can survive this. I'm gonna do it.
Ah, damn it! I was running up to push you.
I was
would-
really
right
hoping
when
for a
you
message
left,
to
I
pop
was
to
like-
say Joseph Devon fell from a high place. Really
I
wanted
was-
to see that.
Nope.
I was
Not
maybe
gonna happen.
2 steps behind you, and I was gonna punch you.
Hi,
Damn it!
pig. I'm not gonna do anything to you. Ha!
I'm so happy that there's actually
Snowballs!
fights this weekend.
Snowballs don't hurt
I've
the
been
pigs,
able to
you
watch
guys.
a UFC event in like 6 weeks or so,
Yep.
and it's getting really hard to like focus. I need to see some violence.
What? What's getting really hard?
The UFC is back, apparently.
Yes, and I had to miss events because I was in San Francisco and had busy weekends and all sorts of things. So I finally get to watch a real fight card.
Here. What?
What was
But
that?
people know how to use rear naked chokes.
Oh, that was my
Yes.
spin around, like my mouse spazzing. Nope. That's not
What,
that.
well,
What is
then
that?
what was that? There's not a block there. I don't know what you're trying to do.
Oh, there isn't. I thought there was a block there.
No, try again. This time you'll get it. Aw.
That was embarrassing. It's like, guys, my mouth is doing weird things. Mouse, whatever.
Luckily, I was right there to catch up.
And no, it's not lucky because I would have done it 2 or 3 more times if you hadn't been there watching me.
True. I should have just sat there and not pointed out what the problem was.
I wish you had. That would have been hilarious.
Well, that didn't occur to me because there's clearly a block not there that you were just trying to. It just didn't. My brain was like, we should inform him of this before I even could consider
You just hate making good content.
malice. Yes. I
So are we
hate
gonna
our
make the
listeners.
hay block next time?
No.
What is our next block gonna be?
I guess that actually, and that would, so you'd have to farm.
There'd be so much farming. It would be so bad.
Just have, well, yeah, but you could replant. Like you could go back to the same thing. Whereas with the dirt, you have to keep going further and further for more dirt.
You could farm on
You
the
just
dirt
make
block.
fields and fields
We
of wheat.
could farm on the dirt block. Oh, that's not a terrible idea. What are we gonna do with the dirt? Are we gonna make a farm on the top of the dirt block once we're?
I figured that we would
Tony,
make
Tony,
a
Tony,
like
Tony.
Yes.
There you go.
I was aiming.
I didn't know if you saw him or anything.
No, I appreciate the warning. I was just lining up my
It
shot.
wasn't really much of a warning. I was just like, oh, no.
I mean, I understood something was possibly endangering Tony in the future. I got that.
That happened to me.
There was a creeper just meandering towards
That
me.
happened to me one time in real life where like somebody was in incredible danger and I could not form the words to tell them like, oh no, watch out for the ladder that I've accidentally tipped your way that is about to hit you on the head. It's like just 16 feet long. I was just like, bop, 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 bop. Fortunately, that guy was a ninja and he was able to duck out of the way.
It's amazing whenever there's something heavy falling at you, like how much you can become a ninja.
Yeah,
That
you
was-
move muscles. That,
I mean, I think about that moment to this day. I could have killed that guy, or at least seriously injured him with that ladder. Like it was a big, tall ladder, heavy, and it was like it was leaned up against something, and I moved something, and it tipped that thing, and fell towards him just as he was walking through. I was like, oh, my butt! And oh man, he was like the best worker on our crew too. If I'd have killed him, I would not have.
Would have been so much work for you.
I would have had to work A for the rest of my employment at that company. For those of you who work at unloading at Walmart, you know that A is not the place to work. If they still have it listed that way. A is the like home appliances and stuff. Home appliances, hardware, not housewares, but like candles and crap, and then furniture is all in A.
why are
And
candles bad?
what?
Why are candles bad?
Candles aren't usually that bad, although if you get a bunch of them,
Why do they get lumped in?
tiny boxes. They're just with housewares. They're all in the same section of the store. So when you do get a bunch of them, they're annoying because they're impossible to stack on a pallet. And they're not impossible. I mean, I can do it because I'm amazing, but it takes a special set of skills. I can, and I am, by the way. Set of skills that are not useful to me in this job, but dag
will
now
find
was
you.
I good at stacking pallets.
And I will stack you.
It's better than
On a
other people
pallet.
anyway.
I have no idea what I was talking about right now.
I'm talking about stacking things on top of other things. Point being, Jason would always work in A because he was the hardest worker, and I think he got sick of watching other people do it terribly. Although he also got sick of doing it all the time, so it was kind of a weird.
Yes, that
Thing,
seems
and
like
he
it
was
would kind of backfired.
It was he was not exactly a mute, but he had a stutter, so he almost never talked. So he's just like this really quiet guy that would just do all the work. Great dude.
Sounds like the best kind of employee.
I mean, I always felt bad because I didn't know how to like talk to him because I always felt like if I was trying to engage him, it would sort of be like mocking a little bit. Like I didn't want to talk to him and be like, I'm talking and you can't talk. I didn't know if that
Like
was
waving to a one-armed guy.
Yes, exactly.
You might think you're showing off. I don't think that's how that works, Albert.
I don't know how it works either, but I just always felt awkward. Like when people would
What's,
ask him,
who is
like,
it?
or they would ask him a question that would require like more than 2 words of answer, and I'm like, dude, why? He's a hard worker. Just let him do his thing. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, Mitch
Be
Hedberg.
like, what are your thoughts on Ayn
Mitch
Rand?
Hedberg would.
Yeah, no.
Say Ayn Rand. No,
That would
not funny.
that would be even bigger. Just ask him to say something. No, that's a giant douche move.
That's why I said it. I thought
Can
it
you
was
say
funny.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore?
I was making a joke. I'm sorry.
Jason's an amazing guy, and he doesn't deserve to be made fun of. Oh my gosh,
That Al's a jerk.
You got a Vern.
I do.
I'm coming for him.
All this dirt. All right, I'm gonna just these.
Wow, that was a lot of missed arrows, Al.
No, all the arrows were not missed. I didn't.
Just
In
that
Al?
long trail of them.
Won't land on your
Dang
foot.
nabbit, he's still here. I thought he got away. I thought he went
There, I
away.
killed him for you.
No, he's still here.
No, I just killed him.
Oh,
He was chasing
I
after
don't
you
know
from
where my
behind.
sword is. I was looking. I had a sword.
God's name. Wow, you're
Yes.
I mean, just by playing this, we're at 32, which means you've got 16 hours of game time in to learn combat and things like that.
I didn't want to go there, but that doesn't express a lot of. You didn't. Whoops. Hello.
I had a
Not
bunch of
display.
stuff before, and I keep getting killed with it.
A lot of prowess there. That's how I'll phrase that. I almost just died, but I didn't.
I'm bad at blocks. As we all
It was just the phrase, I don't know where my sword is, was just kind of like after all that.
It wasn't in my hotbar, okay? I couldn't scroll to it. I couldn't stop and get it out in the moment when he was attacking.
But these are the things that end up killing you.
Yeah, no, because I had
first
my
thing I
sword
do when
out,
I
and
spawn.
then I got killed, despite the fact that I had my sword out. I had armor on, got killed, despite the fact that I had armor on. The thing, not
First
knowing
thing I
where
do
my
is get my
sword
sword
is
and
not
my
the
bow
thing that
on
killed
my
me.
hotbar.
Minecraft killed me. Skeletons killed me.
First
Sounds
thing
like
I
somebody
do.
who's not willing to take ownership.
I'm not willing to take ownership.
Look at all this dirt to the left of the dirt block. Why
My wife came in the room to tell me that
it's
I'm
like,
really loud.
bam! Dirt!
Just so you know, my wife came in here to tell me that I'm really loud.
My niece wants you guys to know that the plant is not growing. It hasn't grown yet. My niece is playing the podcast on repeat for a science project for a plant. And I
Okay.
said, I told Al Antonio this in a meeting, and they were like, oh, we'd like to hear what happens. So I texted her, and I was like, Al Antonio, or as she calls him, the one guy, then the guy who yells a lot. Which is why it reminded me of this. So I texted her the other night, and she texted back, the plant has not grown yet. I don't really know what that means.
Has the
but
control grown? There better be a control that also isn't growing.
probably is somewhere.
Maybe she just means it hasn't sprouted yet.
That's also possibly it. He was giving me these data points on her plant in specific without giving me any framework.
There also better be more than one plant. You got to have a sample size. Have you
Yes.
explained statistics to her?
I'm pretty sure the teacher has covered that.
Okay.
I don't know that she cares, but I think he's covered it. Is there going to be grass on top of the dirt block?
Yeah.
I figured that we would make a memorial park up there for all the deaths of Albert Berg.
How are you not going to have grass? I mean, it's got to have grass if it's exposed to the sun.
We'd
right?
have to like cap
Grass
it.
has to be connect to
Yeah,
other
but look at
grass.
all the grass that's growing
That's
up
true.
like every level. So
Yeah.
I
There
think
does-
it's just going to naturally happen.
How would you have
'Cause
a...
we can't make a layer fast enough to stop it.
If you lay dirt in the air that does not have grass on it, you won't get grass ever.
So do you want to build a top layer with no grass on it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. I wanted grass. That was going to be my vote. I've had this thought prior. I just interjected it here because there was a brief pause. So I thought I'd bring this up. When I was not on the dirt block and I didn't realize how much grass, how naturally the grass was already
Grass.
overtaking the dirt block. It's
420.
pretty much everywhere. So I could.
Yeah, that was my state's holiday a couple days ago.
Yes, it was.
They released
So-
a trailer with Emily Blunt in it.
Ah, did they?
Yeah, they did.
And then they apologized to Australia. Should we hit all the hot topics?
What?
Hot topic. I don't know. Why is everyone apologizing to Australia? Johnny
Who's
Depp and
I'm
someone.
not apologizing to Australia. Sorry, Australia.
They looked like they were in a hostage video, and they were apologizing to Australia.
Who was?
Johnny Depp and I guess his wife.
Oh, it's because they brought their dog
I
over
think
or
it had
whatever.
something to do with the bio. What brief? Be sure to get your news from us here on the Dirt Block. What brief attention I paid to it.
Briefs.
I think it was some biohazard thing.
Their dog is a
Whatever.
biohazard?
Yeah, it's
in-
a like invasive
non-indigenous
species thing,
Yes,
and he
in
didn't have the
Australia.
proper permits for it.
Did they
But
kill
so
his
they
dog?
were forced to.
They were trying to.
Yes,
Just
They
like-
killed his dog, and he apologized. That's just wrong.
That
No, I don't
is
think they killed
wrong.
his dog. I don't think they killed his dog, but I think part of the law there, it's like that Simpsons episode where you have to publicly apologize, which apparently is somewhat true because, boy, I don't think that was Johnny Depp doing it out of the goodness of his heart because it really looked like a hostage taken video.
Oh, so he's
Did
like,
not look.
like,
He's just
wow.
staring daggers at the camera. Yeah,
He should have done it in like the Guy Lepont
I
accent.
am sorry that I have brought my little dog into your country. I'm sorry that you have stupid laws that are all so stupid. I'm really looking forward to Sausage Party. Did you hear about Kevin Smith fighting the good fight against the MPAA over Sausage Party getting an R rating?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that dude.
Is it not called Yoga Hosers
No,
anymore?
no, I'm sorry. You're right. Yes, no. Sausage Party deserves an R rating. Yoga Hosers got an R rating.
shit. What?
My bad. My bad. Yoga Hosers, which is also about sausage. For anybody who thinks that I'm a complete nutball.
It's about,
Partially.
it's about a bunch of Bratzis,
Yes.
sausage Nazis.
Yes.
All played by Kevin Smith, the pride of New
Kevin
Jersey.
Smith so much. No, do not. No,
Get out of my way, pig.
I don't want Dude, that's really mean,
That's
Albert.
really mean.
Well, you know, those shorts look. I can't tell if those are shorts or like pants that go all the way down to his shoes or what.
That would imply he's short.
Yeah, because of all the weight that's compressing his legs down.
Does he have like hardcore cankles?
Saved it. Are you okay, Joe?
Oh
I didn't think it was that funny. But now
It
I'm
was
laughing.
terrible. That's why it was funny from the outside. It's a lovely ballet watching your brain animate your body and mouth. It's just a thing.
I think things and then words come out of my mouth. Sometimes the latter happens without the former.
That's how it goes with the rest of the species. Anyway, he's fighting a fight or something?
Yeah,
He's
apparently
R-rated?
there's a drawing of a dick on the front of a book or something, and they were like, yep, that's rated R. And he's like, what? No! It's just a dick drawing. And they're like, yep, that's rated R. And he's like, no. There's no F-bombs or nothing in this. You can't be... He's like, anyway, so he's appealing it. Apparently because he's targeting that young adult audience with his sausage Nazis. That's really what he said. He's like, this is for, like, teen girls empowerment. I was like, yeah, dude, sure. That guy,
What?
the empowerment of... You go out there and you fight the female empowerment fight. That's...
What?
I'm happy for you. I mean, it is. I'm sure that I'm not saying that there aren't strong women but that does not seem like the kind of movie
This
that
is
I'm
the
going to show to
movie.
my 12-year-old daughter and be like, yes, this is the kind of woman I want you to grow up to be. Fight
Well, it
those
should be like
sausage
completely
Nazis.
insightful and perfect for like young women.
It might be. You know what? I mean, I'm just saying.
The next 16 candles or something.
Yeah, it's the new breaking away of this generation. Oh, what are these movies we're coming up with for examples for women empowerment movies? Because I don't think they're working. 16 Candles?
I've never seen 16
Oh,
candles.
good.
I just
I thought it was just
I've
me.
never-
I was trying to go along with it. I was like,
I've
yeah,
never
16
seen Breaking
candles.
Away, but
Super empowering for women. No idea. No idea if that's at all empowering. I heard them say it in Cloverfield Lane, 10 Cloverfield Lane, one time. Because John Goodman's watching it. That's an empowering
my
movie
God.
for women.
Which movie?
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah,
Kind
we'll
of.
just use that example. We won't talk about
yeah,
16
edit
candles.
that in. Cloverfield Lane. There, you can use that soundbite and put it in when Tony's talking. It'll be seamless. Yeah, that was we're not smart.
Man, we're coming up on the end of the dirt block, aren't we? I have all this dirt I need to lay. I don't want to end up with it in my inventory for like Minecraft or something. I mean, for the
Yeah, I've
stream.
got some.
You
I've
should-
got some
Oh,
dirt
yeah,
to lay too.
you
Man,
wind up with it in
the
your
dirt block
inventory.
is looking
My
pretty
shovel
substantial
is
from this
almost
angle.
dead.
Oh, you know what I keep forgetting to do nowadays is the damn photo booth.
Yeah, you should probably do that, considering
I
it's part of the advertising.
Yes.
So, what do we want on the top of this dirt block whenever we actually build the park and everything? I know we've got to have some grazing animals,
Yes.
but what tribute can we put to Al and the many, many deaths
Just like some
that have
skulls,
befallen him?
just like littered about through the park.
Let's ponder that, actually. What goes on
If
top
you
of the dirt
guys-
block is worth
yeah.
more than 30 seconds of my thinking, I think. But I'll try and spitball some ideas.
If you guys have
Um,
ideas, put them in the comments for this video.
No.
No,
doesn't mean we'll actually do them. It just means we'll be pretending to listen to you
Yes.
like we usually do.
did you guys see the trailer for that new Independence Day Resurgence movie?
I did.
I am so
did not.
hyped for that movie. That's gonna be so good. I like screamed like a little girl when at that last line. Well, the two lines. The first one when he's like says, "Should I be scared yet?" or "Should I be nervous?" And he's like, "Yeah, you should. We're about to get killed." And then the other one when he said, "They like to destroy the buildings or the landmarks. They like to destroy the landmarks." Just so meta and in your face and all the giant destruction porn. Is what's his face? The director of the first one coming back for that?
I
Who,
don't
Bryan
think that's the
Singer?
same one.
No. Who was it?
That's
No,
not Bryan
I was
Singer.
Roland Emmerich.
It's Roland Emmerich, yeah. Man, he is the king of blowing stuff up.
Yeah, what else did he
You
do?
know where Michael Bay?
We got a string there.
2012?
Yeah.
He did 2012. He did that 10,000 BC, which I never saw.
Yeah, that wasn't really in
Pretty
his
bad.
wheelhouse as much as far as the blowing stuff up things.
They did it prior to TNT. It was probably a bad setting
He's
for him to
got
be
to
in.
work to his strengths.
Didn't he direct Stargate as well? Or no?
Did he?
That's a good question.
I
We
have no
this
idea who
site
directed
to do
Stargate.
this.
I'm just watching Tony lay dirt and enjoying it. I like the symmetry. And yes, the
Every
dirt
once in a
block.
while, I screw up like right at the end, like that one.
I
Screw up the
actually can't
symmetry
see it.
for a
You're
second.
just hidden behind the wall there. And I would definitely call it halfway on the dirt block. Although on the recording, this episode, are we getting towards the end?
We are.
Someone called
I
it.
think so.
Yeah, as I
well,
was
I
just
wanted to
saying,
find
I'm
out
laying
what
down my dirt as much as possible before we call it.
Okay, we can dally a bit. I'll look around from the photo booth, look at the lovely landscape. Look at all this dirt over. You look over here, and it's like, oh, this is normal plains and spruce trees. Spruce trees, by the way, Albert. There's some ponds,
No, I wanted the birch.
and then yes, I know. Then you go over here, it's like, bomp. All the dirt went and turned into a cube. That was
They're
awesome. by
landing
the way.
over the Atlantic Ocean. Which part? All of it. Seriously, how do you not have to
Yeah,
see
that's
that
in
movie?
the trailer.
Oh,
They have a UFO that's as big as the Atlantic Ocean. That also
That
chooses
seems
to land
big.
over the Atlantic Ocean. That seems somewhat
That's
improbable,
handy.
doesn't it?
A little
the
bit.
shape of the Atlantic Ocean
They
too.
have a UFO that
Yeah,
has its
just
own
per-
gravitational field, which it uses to pick up like buildings and hurl them back. I don't know how it. Maybe it just shakes them loose, something like a magnet.
So it's a gravitational field like magnet
Well, you know how you can shake stuff loose, shake it off.
from gravity.
Yeah.
I know that magnets and gravity are not the same force.
Yes, but
so I'm
if you
confused.
apply enough
If they
force to
pick them
something,
up
it
by
can
gravity-
break the gravitational bonds.
Yes.
That's how rockets work, Joe. You just shake them really hard and they go away.
So the ship shakes the.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I just know that it picks up a bunch of buildings.
What are the
and
odds
then
that
in the
gets
next shot, they're
explained?
falling back down. And what's his face? The main scientist guy say, "What goes up must come down." And I'm like, "Yep, that's a thing that people think sciencey people say."
That's true. That is. Also, we totally called Data coming back for the sequel.
You
Here in the Dirt
you
Block.
called me crazy. You're like, "No, that guy's not in it." Is that on a
Because he's
dirt block,
dead.
by the way?
I'm pretty sure that is on the last dirt block.
Yeah, I was called crazy. They were like, "No way. There's no way Data's coming back." You know what? Data's coming back, you guys. He was in the first trailer and he's in the second trailer. I don't care if he got killed in the first movie. He's in this one. Time travel or something.
Or maybe, I mean, he was pretty dead in the first one.
I have not seen it
Did
in
he zip up his
forever.
body bag? I feel like I remember that image. I guess
don't
they could
remember a
explain that he
body
was
bag.
just unconscious and the alien was manipulating his throat from outside to make him talk, and then he never actually died.
See, I thought that they just had like a really, really disgusting tube going through him.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
he was
well, I'm
like a
saying how they would
puppet kind of a
explain.
thing?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
I
explain
mean,
how
that
he's
would
still
be
alive.
like an alien thing.
I want to see that
Sure.
actually
Probing.
happen now. Is there a movie where that happens?
Or what happens?
Like somebody uses, like an alien uses a human as a butt puppet.
Yeah. It
I
doesn't
don't
have to be an
know.
alien. It could be like a demon or
yeah, I'm pretty
some
sure I've seen it somewhere.
eldritch horror of some kind.
I used something like that in one of my stories where like
Oh.
he was making the jaw move, but it didn't go through the butt to get there.
Doesn't necessarily have to be through the butt, but that's the most visceral kind of. And that's the dirt block. Butt puppets and gravitational fields.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
It's the next
Cloverfield Lane.
or something. Don't sass him.
Also, I thought the fire was supposed to spread. What the heck?
It's
This
raining.
Oh. Well, that's a low.
Any other completely inaccurate things you want to scream out? The trees are dropping things on me and the fires aren't spreading! Well, actually...